Hello guys, Bricklick here, and today I review the Lego The Guardian ship, so stay tuned to find out more. So guys, I hope you're having a great day, and if you do go on to enjoy the video, why not subscribe as well as turn notifications and like the video, but let's get into it. So today I have a review of set number 76193, The Guardian ship, otherwise known as the Benatar. This one includes 1,901 pieces, with the minifigures of Starlord, Team Groot, Rocket Racoon, Thor, Mantis, a Chitauri for $150, €150 and £135, so let's get into it. So first up we have Starlord, who is a brand new version for 2021. So you can see he has his jacket printed on the torso or around here, some really in-depth and detailed printing, and they also include two of his blasters on either side. Then you can see his facial print is really good as well. Then it is using the Superman hair in like the brown nugget colour. Then as you can see on the back, the printing of the jacket is also continued, which is really good. And then he also has a different facial expression of kind of a stern look, not looking so happy, but I think for this version of Starlord it looks really good. And then we have the Mantis minifigure, who is pretty much similar to other versions we've seen in the past. The only thing that is different really is this torso printing is a little bit more updated. In terms of leg printing, there's none of that. The facial expression is pretty much the same. And then the hairpiece is one that we've just seen for Mantis before. It's nothing new with that one. And then on the back, you can see that the torso printing is also continued. Then under the hairpiece, there is a separate expression. So you can see on the back of Mantis, this is angry expression. And you can also see the detailed torso printing on the back. But overall, a pretty good figure. And then we have a look at the brand new Thor for 2021. This one is also included in the Endgame Final Battle set. But if you're not getting that set, this is a great figure to have in this set. So you can see there's some brand new torso printing, which is a bit more detailed than older versions. Then it's using the Aquaman hair in like a sand colour. And then the face is a nice expression. Then you can also see there's a cape on the back. And then if you remove the hair on the back, you can see the alternate expression, which is obviously his lightning face. And then if you lift up the cape, you can also see the printing is continued onto the back. So overall, this one is a great figure. I think is nice and detailed. Definitely a great one to have in this set. And then we also have a Chitauri figure in this set, which is the same one that is also included in a few other sets in this wave, but it's basically more detailed than the previous version, so you can see more detailed torso printing, also a more detailed facial expression of it kind of a smiling on it, and then that is in continued onto the back with both the face and torso printing. You can see some nice golden prints on the back. Overall, this is a good figure, but if you're buying the whole wave, then you're obviously going to end up with a lot of this figure, but nonetheless, a nice little figure. And then we have the brand new Rocket Racoon for this set, which a lot of people have been excited about because that fur is now in dark brown. So obviously a lot more accurate to what we see in the film, which is really good. You can see he also has his goggles printed on, and then his classic print of the raccoon face. And then you can see on the torso there's some printing. A few people were saying that the grey colour isn't the best and it should have been sand blue, which I agree with, but I think that the dark colour of the change in the fur to the right colour is definitely good for this figure. And then you can see on the back there's also a tail and then a little scarf on the back. It'd be cool if they actually included the scarf in this set to add to him, but nonetheless still a great figure and a massive improvement for me of the last one, and it should be one of the reasons which you get this set. And then last but not least at all is the brand new Groot for this set, and this one is probably my favourite minifigure which is included in this set. So you can see it's in the brand new colour of the lighter, basically brown instead of the darker brown which we've seen in other sets, which I think makes Groot look a lot better. And the printing on this figure is amazing. You can see all the root prints, the trees, and then the head is also in that brand new colour as well, with some light green hints throughout the minifigure, basically showing it more accurate to what we see in the film. And then on the back, that printing is continued as well. No back printing on the back of the head, but you can see it's printed on the back of the torso, and then it's also included on the legs for this figure as well, which is really good. This one has to be the standout figure for this set for me. So here is the Benatar, and you can see this is an absolutely huge set. So you can see that the wingspan goes from all the way over here to all the way over there. So this set is really big. And in terms of the cockpit, which is at the front here, there's two ways that you can open this one. So you can simply lift up the purple thing, and inside you can see Rocket Racoon driving it. Or you can put it down and then you can lift it up like this, and then inside gives you a better look, basically a bit more of an open look. It does fall back down itself, but then you can see inside you can fit two of the figures on the seats. We'll have a look at the interior in a bit more detail in a little while. But basically on the front, these wings are kind of fixed in place. Same with these ones, but you have these little ones on the side that you can move up and down. So it does have a bit of articulation, so you have one on either side. But these are fixed in place, and then we'll get to the interior and things in a bit. But overall, I think the front looks really good. You can see it's on the display stand, which I'll show in a while. And it does wobble a little bit, but I think that's kind of cool. Has some flying action with it. But now let's have a look at the back and then the interior. So here you have the back, and you can see it looks quite different from the front. So here you have two engine pieces which you can move out to the left and the right like that. Then you also have these two bits which you can put out to the left and right as well, so you can basically angle these. So there's a lot of different angles you can do this set at, and a lot of different articulations. So if I just close them up, then you can see on the side you have these longer wings you saw from the front, and also the bit where you can move them up and down. So that's on either side, but you have the main thrusters here. And then here in like the inlet bit, there's no engines or anything. You can just see kind of a few little details and accessories made with smaller pieces. But overall, I think the back looks pretty good, and it just looks like a nice aspect from whichever way you really angle this one at. And then from a side angle view, it's pretty much the same on either side. You can see, if you watch these pins here, when you move the side out, these actually move with it, so they're connected. So bits of the set are all connected, and when you move one bit, kind of other bits move as well. You can also see these in better details. It's kind of just pieces put together. A bit of it's tiled. Then there's also some sticker detailing on this bit. There isn't too many stickers in this build, which is quite nice. I think that the amount adds to it, but it isn't too many stickers that it makes the build unenjoyable. So here you can see the top of the Benatar. It is quite detailed. There's a lot of different tiles and slope pieces to create the angled look across this set. Then here and here you can basically take them off. So for this one, you basically just press on these and then the top easily comes off. You can see some of the interior. And then for this one, it's a little bit more hard. So you basically have to grasp at either side. It is quite hard to get off, especially with one hand. But there you can see it is taken off. Some of the pieces have fell off, as you can see when you take this one off. So these builds aren't the strongest with these pieces, but nonetheless, it still looks good when it's opened up. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Then you can see there's also a stickered element here with some printing on. Then this wing is pretty much the same as the other one. Then you can also see the top of these detailing with the stickers on the front. But overall, from the top, I think it looks really well, greatly displayed. You can see it wobbling a little bit on the stand, which I think is quite a cool feature. And then if we take a little bit look at the interior, this isn't going to be easy at all, as it is quite a cramped interior. You can see that there's a little bit of a sticker detail with Gamora on, and then also a donut which Thor can have on. You can see there's some lights above it. Then obviously here is the cockpit, which lifts up, and then you can see just probably in there, you can see Rocket and Starlord basically sitting. Then there's also 2 seats here for minifigures to sit in. Then at the back, you can just see there's some more room for minifigures to sit, and some detailing with some slope pieces on the side. But overall, the interior is quite small, but it does look quite detailed from certain angles. Let's take a look at it from the other side. So if we look at the set from the other side, you can see there's a coffee machine on the other side. Not really much on this wall, but you can see it's where the minifigures sit, so there's not going to be too much. Then you can see on the left and right, there's also some screen printing with different kind of stickers of electronic equipment. Then you can see there's some also lights on this bit. Then this is basically where the roof attaches onto at the top. But in terms of detail in the interior, there's a few little bits, but it is quite small compared to like the wingspan of the set. The interior is quite small, but yeah, there is some nice kind of sticker details with that Gamora on the screen and also the coffee machine. Then at the back, it kind of locks off, and then you have the tail pieces. Also, if you're wondering, you can fit all of the minifigures in the set, so you can see 3 there, and then obviously the other 2 are in the cockpit. Quite a bit of room for some more if you did have any extra figures like Nebula or Drax to add to the set. So here you can see is the stand which the Benatar sits on. You can see that there's some Technic pins. It's basically a mainly Technic structure. You can see it's all built up and connects in the middle. Then at the top you have the spinny thing, so you basically can spin this around, and that's where the Benatar will sit. That's really good. And then on the top you can see there's 4 Technic pins which the Benatar goes into, so it's quite a sturdy connection, and then 2 Technic pins on the front. And then on the bottom it's mainly just kind of blacked off with some tiles that's all around the edge. What I would have liked, and maybe some studs along the bottom to kind of make it like a UCS set. And then you could have all displayed all the great minifigures in this set, would have been good. Also with this set, when it's very sturdy when it's on, when I was basically taking it off, the set absolutely flew off, which I'll cut to right now. So yeah, there you can kind of see the Benatar. After it came off the stand, it basically came flying off and then broke into all these pieces. But yeah, the stand is very sturdy, as I say. You can see it there. It holds the ship very well when it's stood up, but then it's hard to get off, and this is why this happened. So yeah, maybe it would have been a little bit easier to get off, but that might just be my experience with this set. So 76193, the Benatar, otherwise known as the Guardian ship, is genuinely a great set. I think this one presents a great display model, as you can see here, when it's basically on the stand with the minifigures at the bottom. This set is a really big set. I think as well that all the minifigures included in this set are really good. So you have the Groot, which is really detailed, the brand new Rocket. You're also getting the Thor, which is only in 2 sets and a really good figure, and also the Starlord. So I think that is really great value. Like I said before, with the stand, it is very sturdy, but that is kind of has its downfalls, as the set can break. But as I said, that might just be my experience, and that won't obviously happen to everyone. But I think this set, for the price of $150 and 1,901 pieces, I would definitely recommend this one. I even wouldn't say wait for a say on this one. I think the set is a great build. It's really sturdy built. There's loads of articulation where you can move the wings and then the cockpit opens and you can see the minifigures. I think overall this one is a really great set, and if you can pick it up, I would definitely encourage you to do so. But comment down below what do you think of the set. We'll be picking it up. Like video, subscribe and turn notifications for more Lego videos and Lego news videos. You can watch any of the videos on screen now. Remember guys, keep clicking and bricking. I'll see you all later guys. Bye bye.